Good morning, everybody. Hi, Pepper. Bowser. Hi, Chulu. Hi, Chulu. Oh. Oh. Let me see. Hi, little Cody. Hi. Cody, be careful. All right, I'm going out to the garden. Bye. Be good. Be good. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Sierra, and I garden in Zone 6A in Ohio. So I don't have a mic today because I got a new phone, and I didn't even think about that I would need a new microphone for it. I had an iPhone 13, and that's what I have been filming on for a while now because of the convenience. Not that iPhone is the best to film on, but I film on it because it's so easy for me to create videos and then edit them and upload them. It's a breeze that way versus my actual cameras that I bought, my Nikons that I bought for filming. You gotta upload it to the computer and then edit it in a editing, it's too much. It's too much for me, and I need to be able to create quickly, edit quickly, and upload quickly. That is what works for me. So anyways, I got the iPhone 16, and it has a different plug than the prior iPhone, so now I have to buy new microphones. So I'm going to film this a little differently than I usually do, so I won't be talking throughout, but I will come back and talk to you guys. So anyways, just in case if you notice something off or whatever. So I've got my harvest basket here. We've got garlic scapes that are ready in the garden. The garlic scapes are the flower of the garlic. They come out and they start to curl up, and if you leave them too long, they'll straighten up and they will form their little flower bulb. So the idea is that you want to take these off so that the garlic focuses on building an even bigger bulb before harvest. And you want to take them off probably pretty soon after you see them get at least one curl. Take them off. Mine have been waiting because I've been wanting to film it. So they've been kind of waiting, probably a little too long, but we'll see. We'll just deal with it. We'll get a harvest, it'll be fine, but ideally you want to take them off pretty early. So let's go head over there. I'll show you what the garlic scapes look like, and then I'm going to show you guys the Vego covered bed because I need to do some work in there. But also I just want to show you how big the plants have gotten. So here's my garlic bed, and right here is the scapes. Now the scapes on this half are not as far along as the scapes on this half. So let me show you how curly these guys are. Starts down here. Look at this. They are thick, so I need to get to them. They're starting to straighten out because they're getting this. It's starting to go like this, Whereas this side, they are just now starting to come out. They haven't even got a full curl. So at this point, usually I snap them right here, but because I waited, because I wanted to share this with you guys, these guys have gotten pretty strong. And so let me show you how easy it is, or how easy it should be, to go ahead and take these off. So you just go like this, come down, snap off. Now these, you can use them any way that you use scallions, any way that you use garlic. The flavor is not as strong as garlic, but it does give you a garlicky flavor to your dishes. You can use it in soups, saute them. You can just grill these just like this and eat them. They're delicious. I love them. Sorry, I lost my shoe. Oh, I usually just put them in a freezer bag and then freeze them until I'm ready to use them. Or you can even dehydrate them. Cut them like scallions and dehydrate them. You can do pretty much anything with these guys. So we've harvested all of the garlic scapes. I usually do two beds of garlic, this one and then the one behind it, but it takes up so much space. Like this bed has been just garlic this whole since last year. So when you plant garlic in the fall, you plant your bulbs in the fall. They, depending on where you live, some people can plant in January, but I have to plant mine around October, November, with a harvest in June, late June. It's June now. So, and then like with the weather this year, it's been so crazy as to how things are maturing and like blooming. Like everything is behind this year. So I'm not surprised that my garlic has put on scapes in June as opposed to May. Usually it's like late May they put on scapes, but they didn't put on scapes until like 2 weeks, like a week or two ago. So, and then this other row, outer row, just started getting their scapes. So now I don't remember where I was going with that, but anyways, I'm happy to harvest this garlic because then I can get other stuff planted in this bed, other veggies. I did kind of plant some tomatoes, and I planted my nasturtium in this bed, and some not garlic, but dill came up from, it was seeded from last year, and I left it. But with garlic, you're supposed to, you don't want to have any kind of competition for the garlic. So you want to make sure you space your garlic far enough apart, and you don't plant anything else with it, and you don't allow weeds to build up in the area where your garlic's growing, because that could inhibit the bulb size. So I'm just kind of, by this point, I'm usually over having this bed taken up by garlic. So I'm glad to have it out. And then once we do pull it, probably in the next 2 weeks, it's gonna have to cure, which means it needs to dry completely before you can store it. You want it to cure so that it doesn't mold over winter. So if I harvest in June, it's going to cure all of July, maybe through to August. I will snip the tops off of it, and then I will be able to store it in a cool, dry space for several months, depending on the type of variety that you're growing. Different varieties, different types of garlic store longer. I believe hardneck store longer than softneck garlic. So just be aware of that. And it also is getting close to time to place your garlic orders if you're growing garlic, I order mine from Mad River Garlic Growers. Gosh, I cannot talk today. Mad River Garlic Growers. They are here in my state of Ohio, and all of their garlic is grown here, which lets me know that it's a very high percentage that any garlic off of their website will grow in my garden as well. That's how I pick my garlic. I pick it from someone local, and then I pick the varieties that sound really good. Homegrown garlic tastes so much better than store garlic. Once you have your own homegrown garlic, it's so much more flavorful. The flavors are so robust. You can get spicy garlic, you can get like all different flavors of garlic that you never even knew existed. So that's just my little garlic tidbit. Now let me show you this Vego Garden bed. I have been in love with this bed this year. So happy to have this cover system and the grow in it, and to be able to harvest greens, have collards and kale, and it's just been wonderful and hole free. So check out these greens. They look incredible. Now, we're not harvesting anything today, but I want to show you how I have been harvesting. So right here, we have a kale plant. And as you can see, going down the stem, all the leaves are gone. We have been harvesting from the bottom up to preserve the plant, to keep it going on for longer. Over in the back end, we have collards. Right through here, we also have kale mixed in. I have broccoli that has gone to flower. I didn't harvest it in time. And then we have more broccoli. So like broccoli is like over here. And then I have a cabbage. Let's check on my cabbage. How you doing? Looking good. And then there's another kale plant here. We've got green onions back there that we have been utilizing them so much. And then more broccoli, gone to flower. So today I'm actually going to cut out the plants that have gone to seed, and I'm going to give them to the chickens. Now the plants, we actually use the broccoli leaves. We've been eating them, utilizing them in cooking. They are still good for that, but today I'm going to actually just give those plants to the chickens. I love sharing with my chickens, and I know they appreciate it. And so they are going to get the plants that have started blooming. So let's go ahead and cut those back. And then that makes room for me to plant in more things that need protection from the cabbage moths and other, plants bugs that love to eat those kind of leafy greens. And also one more thing, let me show you. So I did seed more kale and collards down here. So cutting them out actually allows more sunlight for those seedlings to grow. I started seed in soil, and then I also planted some seedlings in ground a couple weeks back. So now let's go ahead and cut those plants out. Blooms are actually pretty cute. Here's what it looks like. Took out a big chunk of plants, so that will definitely allow more light in for the little seedlings down there. This bed has been doing so good. Like, just look at this beautiful kale. Collards back here, big, very big leaves. Looks amazing. I mean, I'm so grateful for this bed. Greens have been the struggle for me in this garden because the cabbage moths love them so much. It's been hard to keep them over the years away from my plants. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions about growing garlic. If you have any questions about the Vego bed, I'll link to where you can get it. I love it, have had no issues with it, and it has allowed me to have hole-free, pest-free, I would say 90% pest-free greens. So if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, guys, I'll see you next video.